It's an emotional look into the past, the story of a little girl with a long and complicated life in front of her.
It was my own safe space. It would prepare me for what was to come.
77-year-old elder Betty Ross watches this story unfold on the big screen 7 decades later. Her story of being abandoned, then adopted, only to be kidnapped and taken to St. Joseph's Residential School at 8 years old.
Trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma.
It wasn't a story she always wanted to tell.
I said to myself, no, I am not going to talk to anybody. I know this is what happened to me. I don't trust anybody.
But that changed exactly 11 years ago.
When my daughter approached me with the book called Sugar Falls, later that night she read it many, many times, and she handed it over to me. I gave it a good look, and I just fell to pieces.
That book, a graphic novel about Elder Betty and her journey in the residential school system. It inspired filmmaker Eppo Erkis to track down little Betty.
All of a sudden my phone rang, and I picked it up and said, hello. And then he was asking me about Sugar Falls. And that's when I told him, you know what, I was waiting for you. I was waiting for this call.
That evolved into a docudrama. Shot in Alberta, Erkis hopes Return to the Falls will help educate people about the dark legacy of residential schools, making its way into classrooms across Canada.
It's all about listening. You know, it becomes before anything is listening. I just know this story needs to be told.
Elder Betty says as we approach the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, we must remember one thing.
Before you can even talk about reconciliation, you have to know the truth.
And that sharing her story with the next generation of students fills her with hope.
So every day is a healing journey for me.
Where I just came from, there was this darkness.
Joelle Tomlinson.
And where I'm standing now, there is light.
Global News.